Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Last time we completed the assets for Kaufman Cabs and the Boatyard. Today we're going to finish the remaining assets, starting off with the Print Works. I could be mistaken. I don't think I am, but I know for a fact this one is required to beat the game. We also have a body armor spawn up here. It's pretty great. But yeah, you absolutely have to buy the Print Works and complete its asset mission. This is the only required asset. I say I could be wrong, though, because I think the Malibu might also be required. At the very least, I know you're going to need the Print Works. I'm not 100% sure about the Malibu, because the Malibu does give you the fill set of missions, but I'm not entirely sure if those are required to normally beat the game or not. But to normally beat the game, you absolutely do need the Print Works. So let's go ahead and do it now. Spilling the beans.
Mr. Vassetti? Hey, you bought the old Print Works?
Yeah, my old man used to work on these. I used to spend the evenings with him cleaning the rollers. I was gonna follow him in his trade, but I lived a different life.
You planning on selling the old machinery? Breaking it down?
I'm thinking we might print something. A newspaper, a magazine.
Oh, crap, Sonny. Low-grade crap. I've always fancied printing money. It ain't too hard. You know, I've been doing it on a small scale for years.
Really?
Sure. But we need some good quality plates. Of course. There's a counterfeiting syndicate already operating in Florida.
A syndicate?
Yeah, with just rumors is all I've heard.
I know a man who's good with rumors.
I like how he shows up at the Print Works, and you can use this Kaufman cab to take you to destinations instead of driving. It'll cost you $9. Oh, that opens up with the Kaufman cab stuff? Alright, well, let's go and meet Kent Paul at Malibu. But, yeah, I like how Tommy shows up to the Print Works and Kaufman cabs, ready to be all legit, and the people there are like, what? Nah, no, we get down to shady stuff. So glad to have this Kaufman cab. Thank you. Alright. Let's go talk to Kent Paul and pick up our money. Billie Jean is playing, huh? Alright. Okay. She should have slapped him, to be honest. Alright, talking over the Michael Jackson in the background, even though it is a good song. Okay. Go to Chartered Libertine Lines boat at the docks. No Kaufman cab for me this time. Wow. Rude. That is not a good vehicle. This will suffice. Okay, there we go. It's gonna be a long drive. It's gonna be a long drive. Just enjoy the Danganronpa music as we drive. Okay, well, I mean, it is a long drive, but it's Not gonna take too long in this freaking Infernus. I'm kind of already there for the most part. But alright. I also remember absolutely nothing about this mission. So I don't know if I need an arsenal with me or what. Okay. Let's go. I've been spotted. I'm not one for stealth, okay? But so far, I'd say I'm doing a decent job. Haven't been killed yet. Okay, that was most unfortunate. That was unnecessary damage. Okay, get the information back to the print works. I am so screwed. Dang! My aim was so bad. Did I save at the print works? Yeah, I did. Man.
Get out the way!
Just taking them out before I go up there. Seeing if this will help me in any way, shape, or form. Not seeing too many others. Oh wow, body armor right there. Yep, there's one up there. I know there's more. Just can't see them. But I should be fine with my handgun now. Who was aiming at me? There was somebody all the way up there. Not anymore. Or maybe he is still up there. I don't know. I'd like to see you try. Okay, now let's try this strategy of running. Cannot believe. Okay, Admiral, this is going to suck. I could just stop at the pay and... Ooh. Could just stop at the pay and spray. But... I ain't no coward. I'm so glad that boat was so close to the water. Or so close to the dock, rather. And not out into the water. That would not have ended well. At all. Okay. You're just gonna go ahead, cut through here. I'm getting away from the police and an admiral. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. No, you don't understand. Mission done. Thank you. Mission passed. $2,000. Oh, there's multiple for the prep works. I thought there was only one. Alright, that was a nice little jump cut there. Let's do the next mission. Hit the courier.
All right, the couriers
Hi,
will
Lance.
place from the docks today. I'm gonna go intercept them, grab the plates, lose any heat, and make my way back here. Now, depending how well this goes, we may have 5 minutes to print the money before the counterfeit syndicate finds us, or we may have all year. Either way, I want green rolling off the presses 5 minutes after I get back. Got it?
Don't you worry, Tommy. We'll be ready.
Me and the boys will be around in the neighborhood in case you need any heat taken care of.
All right, everybody cool? All right, I'll catch you later.
Okay, the counterfeit place courier is arriving at the docks in a helicopter any second now. Rude. I need a car. Okay, this is actually a bit of a problem. Yo, please get out. Radio? I am pressing the radio button.
What's happening?
And nothing is occurring. Just making sure my buttons are working here. Alright, well. No radio. It is what it is, I guess. Okay. Alright. Here we are.
Private business. You're not welcome.
Where'd that come from?
Okay.
Kill him.
Okay, the Karens mean business. The Karens mean a lot of business.
Get the plate.
Okay, we got the plates. Now we can take them back. That is actually a surprisingly tough mission. I'm actually shocked I managed. I mean, the Karens, they're packing a lot of heat. But I guess as long as you advance slowly, you'll be fine. I'm trying to think of what they could possibly be referencing by the fact that there was a group of middle-aged suburban moms who are running a counterfeit ring. Genuinely don't know. But whatever. We're here. Get up there, Tommy. Okay. There we go. Printworks asset completed. Printworks now generate revenue up to a maximum of 8,000. Not bad, not bad. So yeah. Not a lot to do for the Printworks. But now that we're done with that, we have one more asset to complete. Let's go. Oh, wait, we got a phone call.
Tommy, I had Sonny on the phone, okay? Are you with me? I don't know about you, but there's something about a man threatening to murder my family which really scares the crap out of me. What are you gonna do?
Ken, take it easy.
I am calm. Calm as a man can be when he's fearing for his life.
Stay off the idiot fuel and look after yourself. No one's gonna take us out. I'll see you later.
I am calm. Don't I sound calm? Must be impending death that is doing this to my voice.
Okay, but now we're at the last asset. Wait. Let's get a good look.
Looking for company, big boy?
Yep. The pole position club. 30,000. Let's go.
You're so big.
Alright. So now, time for this video to get demonetized. Oh wait, I should also probably save after that mission. Okay. So yep. Time for this video to get demonetized. I'm definitely going to have to mute all this. So Mr. Facchetti outfit delivered to collar and cuffs on Ocean Beach. So yeah, it's a nice looking place. They're doing the club dances. We really need to turn this place around. Also, probably should not be carrying weapons. I mean, the women look nice, but the dancing could be better. So anyway, to complete the asset here, we need to find an open room and watch a performance. We have to spend a certain amount of money. I forgot how much it is completely, but you have to spend a total of 10 minutes in here. It kind of equates to that. So, yeah, we just need to sit here and watch her dance for about 10 minutes. She's trying her best. She's trying her best. So in the meantime, because, I mean, you're watching her dance in pure silence with, like, music playing in the background, licensed music, I'm just going to go ahead and take this time to read you all a story. It is a story by Norton Juster. It's called The Phantom Toll Booth. Okay. Chapter 1. Milo. There once was a boy named Milo who didn't know what to do with himself. Not just sometimes, but always. When he was in school, he longed to be out, and when he was out, he longed to be in. On the way, he thought about coming home, and coming home, he thought about going. Wherever he was, he wished he were somewhere else. And when he got there, he wondered why he bothered. Nothing really interested him. Least of all, the things that should have. It seems to me that almost everything is a waste of time, he remarked one day, as he walked dejectedly home from school. I can't see the point in learning to solve useless problems, or subtracting turnips from turnips, or knowing where Ethiopia is, or how to spell February. And since no one bothered to explain otherwise, he regarded the process of seeking knowledge as the greatest waste of time of all. Dang, this book was deep. This book I read in like the second and third grade was surprisingly deep. As he and his unhappy thoughts hurried along, oh my god, Milo was suffering from depression. This explains so much about this book now. For while he was never anxious to be where he was going, he liked to get there as quickly as possible. It seemed a great wonder that the world, which was so large, could sometimes feel so empty and small. And worst of all, he continued sadly, there's nothing for me to do, nowhere I'd care to go, and hardly anything worth seeing. He punctuated this last thought with such a deep sigh that a house sparrow singing nearby stopped and rushed home to be with his family. Without stopping or looking up, Milo dashed past the buildings and busy shops that lined the street, and in a few minutes reached home, dashed through the lobby, hopped onto the elevator, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and off again. Opened the apartment door, rushed into his room, flopped dejectedly into a chair and grumbled softly. Another long afternoon. He looked glumly at all the things he owned, the books that were too much trouble to read, the tools he'd never learned to use, the small electric automobile he hadn't driven in months. Or was it years? and the hundreds of other games and toys and bats and balls and bits and pieces scattered around him. And then, to one side of the room, just next to the phonograph, he noticed something he had certainly never seen before. Who could possibly have left such an enormous package, and such a strange one? For while it was not quite square, it was definitely not round, and for its size, it was larger than almost any other big package of smaller dimension that he'd ever seen. Attached to one side was a bright blue envelope, which said simply, "For Milo, who has plenty of time." Of course, if you've ever gotten a surprise package, you can imagine how puzzled and excited Milo was. If you've never gotten one, pay close attention, because someday you might. "I don't think it's my birthday," he puzzled, "and Christmas must be months away, and I haven't been outstandingly good, or even good at all." He had to admit this, even to himself. "Most probably I won't like it anyway, but since I don't know where it came from, I can't possibly send it back." He thought about it for quite a while and then opened the envelope, but just to be polite. "One genuine turnpike toll booth," it stated, and then it went on. "Easily assembled at home, and for use by those who have never traveled in lands beyond." Beyond what? Thought Milo as he continued to read. This package contains the following items. 1 genuine turnpike toll booth to be erected according to directions. 3 precautionary signs to be used in a precautionary fashion. Assorted coins for use in paying tolls. 1 map, up to date and carefully drawn by master cartographers, depicting natural and man-made features. 1 book of rules and traffic regulations, which may not be bent or broken. And in smaller letters at the bottom, it concluded, "Results are not guaranteed, but if not perfectly satisfied, your wasted time will be refunded." Following the instructions, which told him to cut here, lift there, and fold back all around, he soon had the toll booth unpacked and set up on its stand. He fitted the windows in place and attached the roof, which extended out on both sides, and fastened on the coin box. It was very much like the toll booths he'd seen many times on family trips, except of course it was much smaller and purple. What a strange present, he thought to himself. The least they could have done was to send a highway with it, for it's terribly impractical without one. But since at the time there was nothing else he wanted to play with, he set up the 3 signs: "Slow down, approaching toll booth," "Please have your fare ready," "Have your destination in mind," and slowly unfolded the map. As the announcement stated, it was a beautiful map, in many colors, showing principal roads, rivers, and seas, towns and cities, mountains and valleys, intersections and detours, and sites of outstanding interest, both beautiful and historic. The only trouble was that Milo had never heard of any of the places it indicated, and even the name sounded most peculiar. "I don't think there really is such a country," he concluded after studying it carefully. "Well, it doesn't matter anyway," and he closed his eyes and poked a finger at the map. "Dictionopolis," read Milo slowly when he saw what his finger had chosen. "Oh well, I might as well go there as anywhere." He walked across the room and dusted the car off carefully. Then, taking the map and rule book with him, he hopped in, and, for lack of anything better to do, drove slowly up to the toll booth. As he deposited his coin and rolled past, he remarked wistfully, "I do hope this is an interesting game. Otherwise the afternoon will be so terribly dull." Chapter 2. Beyond Expectations. Suddenly, he found himself speeding along an unfamiliar country highway. As he looked back over his shoulder, neither the toll booth nor his room, nor even the house was anywhere in sight. What had started as make-believe was now very real. What a strange thing to have happened, he thought, just as you might be thinking right now. This game is much more serious than I thought, for here I am riding on a road I've never seen, going to a place I've never heard of, and all because of a toll booth which came from nowhere. I'm certainly glad that it's a nice day for a trip, he concluded hopefully, for at the moment, this was the one thing he definitely knew. The sun sparkled, the sky was clear, and all the colors he saw seemed to be richer and brighter than he could ever remember. The flowers shone as if they'd been cleaned and polished, and the tall trees that lined the road shimmered to silvery green. "Welcome to Expectations," said a carefully lettered sign on the small house at the side of the road. "Information, predictions, and advice cheerfully offered. Park here and blow horn." With the first sound from the horn, a little man in a long coat came rushing from the house, speaking as fast as he could, and repeating everything several times. My, welcome, 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 welcome to the land of expectations, to the land of expectations, to the land of expectations. We don't get many travelers these days. We certainly don't get many travelers these days. Now what can I do for you? I'm the weatherman." "Is this the right road for Dictionopolis?" asked Milo, a little bowled over by the effusive greeting. Well now, he began again. "I don't know of any wrong road to Dictionopolis, so if this road goes to Dictionopolis at all, it must be the right road. If it doesn't, It must be the right road to somewhere else, because there are no wrong roads to anywhere. Do you think it'll rain? I thought you were the weatherman, said Milo, very confused. Oh no, said the little man. I'm the weatherman, not the weatherman. For after all, it's more important to know whether there will be weather than what the weather will be. And with that, he released a dozen balloons that sailed off into the sky. Must see which way the wind is blowing, he said, chuckling over his little joke and watching them disappear in all directions. What kind of a place is Expectations? Inquired Milo, unable to see the humor, and feeling very doubtful of the little man's sanity. Good question, he exclaimed. Expectations is the place you must always go to before you get to where you're going. Of course, some people never go beyond expectations, but my job is to hurry them along whether they like it or not. Now what else can I do for you? Before Milo could reply, he rushed into the house and reappeared a moment later with a new coat and an umbrella. I think I can find my own way, said Milo, not at all sure that he could, but since he didn't understand the little man at all, he decided that he might as well move on, at least until he met someone whose sentences didn't always sound as if they would make as much sense backwards as forwards. Splendid, 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 exclaimed the weatherman. Whether or not you find your own way, you're bound to find some way. If you happen to find my way, please return it, as it was lost years ago. I imagine by now it's quite rusty. You did say it was going to rain, didn't you? And with that, he opened the umbrella and looked up nervously. I'm glad you made your own decision. I do so hate to make up my mind about anything, whether it's good or bad, up or down, in or out, rain or shine. Expect everything, I always say. The unexpected never happens. Now please drive carefully. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Good. His last goodbye was drowned out by an enormous clap of thunder. And as Milo drove down the road in the bright sunshine, he could see the weatherman standing in the middle of a fierce cloudburst that seemed to be raining only on him. The road dipped now into a broad green valley and stretched toward the horizon. The little car bounced along with very little effort, and Milo had hardly to touch the accelerator to go as fast as he wanted. He was glad to be on his way again. It's all very well to spend time in Expectations, he thought, but talking to that strange man all day would certainly get me nowhere. He's the most peculiar person I've ever met, continued Milo, unaware of how many peculiar people he would shortly encounter. As he drove along the peaceful highway, he soon fell to daydreaming and paid less and less attention to where he was going. In a short time, he wasn't paying any attention at all. And that is why, at a fork in the road, when a sign pointed to the left, Milo went to the right, along a route which looked suspiciously like the wrong way. Things began to change as soon as he left the main highway. The sky became quite gray, and along with it the whole countryside seemed to lose its color and assume the same monotonous tone. Everything was quiet, and even the air hung heavy. The birds sang only gray songs, and the road wound back and forth in an endless series of climbing curves. Mile after mile after mile after mile he drove, and now gradually the car went slower and slower, until it was hardly moving at all. It looks as though I'm getting nowhere, yawned Milo, becoming very drowsy and dull. I hope I haven't taken a wrong turn. Mile after mile after mile after mile, and everything became grayer and more monotonous. Finally the car just stopped altogether, and hard as he tried, it wouldn't budge another inch. I wonder where I am, said Milo in a very worried tone. You're in the doldrums, wailed a voice that sounded far away. And with that, we're going to stop here for now. So yeah, we are halfway through chapter 2 of the Phantom Toll Booth. Hope you all enjoyed story time. We will pick right up where we left off at another time. But right now, it is time to stop tipping this stripper and leave. Pole position asset is now complete. We can get $4,000 per day. Good stuff, yo. And I don't think anything extra changes with the strippers. Oh no, we do get a special stripper now. Gonna have to mute this as well, so I guess we can continue reading some Phantom Toll Booth, though I'm admittedly a little distracted by her. She's way better than the other one. Okay, maybe we don't have to read the Phantom Toll Booth after all. So yeah, that's our bonus for spending large sum of money on a stripper in a strip club. And we can't go back to regular dances, apparently. We can. Yeah, no. I just want to say hi to her again. Okay. So, yeah, that is going to be it for today. Next time, well, we're going to be wrapping up missions. It's been a while, but we're going to get back into regular missions. Thank you all for watching. Grand Theft Auto 3 people! We got 8-Ball, El Barro, Kenji, and Maria. Oh, snap. But yeah, next time, missions! Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and see you next time for some more Let's Play Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Goodbye.